The Advocates Act was enacted in 1961 and it applies to the whole of India. Advocates are the pillars of the Indian judiciary and these are known as officers of court. The primary aim of the Advocates Act is to constitute a single class of legal practitioners, advocates, as well as to introduce the powers of the Bar Council of India and state bar councils. According to this act, only advocates who are enrolled in the Bar Council have the power to practice the law in the court. In this video, we will try to discuss the rights and duties of an advocate. The duties and rights are to be fulfilled by the advocates for a better bar-bench relationship. It means for a better advocates and judges relationship. Bar means advocates and bench means judges. In India, advocates possesses various rights which are protected and provided under the Advocates Act. Some of them are the first one is right to practice. It is an exclusive right given to the advocates enrolled in the Bar Council of India that allow them to practice in any court all over India. Advocates Act says that only an advocate has the power to practice the law in the court. It means any person who didn't enroll his or her name in the Bar Council, he or she cannot practice as an advocate in the court. As per Article 19 of the Indian Constitution, all citizens have the right to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, any trade or any business. Therefore, an advocate has full right to practice in any court. In simple words, once you have registered your name in the Bar Council as an advocate, you are free to practice in Supreme Court and High Courts, District Courts, other judicial courts, quasi-judicial courts, or before any person who is legally authorized to take the oral and documentary evidence. Though there are some criteria to practice before the Supreme Court of India, only the advocates on record, AOR in short, AOR can file the case in the Supreme Court of India. Even in the Punjab and Haryana High Court, only those advocates who are registered in the list of roll of advocates can file the case in the Punjab and Haryana High Court, not others. Right to enter any court and observe the proceedings. An advocate has the right to enter the Supreme Court to hear any live proceedings. It is the right of an advocate to enter into any courtroom, either of Supreme Court, High Court, District Court, or any other court, to observe any live proceedings under Section 30 of the Advocates Act. Right to freedom of speech and expression. As Article 19 of the Indian Constitution enables every citizen the right to freedom of speech and expression, advocates also have this right even in a court of law. While arguing in litigation, in any case, an advocate can't be stopped or prohibited from presenting his point of view until or unless he or she violates the rules and regulations of the court of law. Right to meet with accused. It is the right of an advocate to meet with the accused, even if he or she is in jail, behind the bar. These meetings help the advocate to gain sufficient information related to the facts and evidence that further help him for fighting the case in court. Despite the fact that time for the meeting is limited, advocates have the right to meet the client every day in jail. Right to secure the privacy of the communication. It is an exclusive right of an advocate given by Section 129 of the Indian Evidence Act. According to this section, the advocate has the right to secure the privacy of the communication with his client. The advocate is not liable to tell anybody about the discussion done between him and his client related to the case. Section 129 of the Indian Evidence Act also provides that no person can threaten an advocate to disclose the communication done between him and his client or her client. Advocate's right to take the fees. Every advocate has the right to take a fee from a client if they give any service to them. It is clearly mentioned in Rule 11 of Chapter 2 of Part 6 of the Bar Council of India that an advocate has the ability to take fees from his client. Advocate's right against arrest. As per Section 135 of CPC, Civil Procedure Code, no judge, no magistrate, or no other judicial officers and no advocates shall be liable to arrest under civil process while going to court, presiding in the court, or returning from court. Advocate's right to refuse for a case. This right allows the advocates to refuse to take a case that they feel deals with illegal things. Now we will try to discuss some duties of advocates. The first one is duty of an advocate to refuse to perform any kind of illegal work to win the case while representing the client in the courtroom. It is also the duty of an advocate to not act in a way that breaks the rules and regulations of the court and disrespects the court as well as the judges in the courtroom for hearing the case. It is the duty of an advocate to appear in the court well dressed as per the dress code defined by the Bar Council of India while representing the case. It is the duty of an advocate to wear gowns and bands only in the court, not in public places, except while attending ceremonial function by the BCI. BCI means Bar Council of India. The Bar Council of India has defined the dress code for an advocate to represent the case before the court of law. It is the duty of an advocate to refuse to fight a case where the judge is in any kind of a relation, either blood or any other, with the advocate. It is also the duty of an advocate not to perform any unethical practice, such as communicating with the judge regarding the case pending before the court. Duty to respect the court. It is the duty of an advocate towards the court that he or she, advocate, should respect the court and judges in the court. He or she should not do any act which breaks the rules and regulations of the court. Friends, advocates are an important part of the judicial mechanism. Along with the judiciary, the rights given to the advocates make sure that they have smooth operation, and the duties ensure that there is no conflict between bar and bench, between advocates and judges. So it is very important for advocates to exercise their rights and perform their duties in a righteous manner to ensure harmonious existence between the judiciary and advocates. Thanks for watching this video.